What a game, what a finish. The Buffalo Bills are heading to the AFC divisional round after an absolute nail-biter against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Down 4 points with just over 4 minutes left, who else would you want with the ball but Josh Allen? It was a signature Allen drive. He launched a massive 36-yard bomb to Brandon Cooks, then used the unstoppable tush-push to get the ball down to the 1-yard line. On the very next play, he punched it in for the game-winning touchdown. The Jags actually let him score to get the ball back, but it wasn't enough. With under a minute to go, the Bills' defense, which had been struggling, stepped up when it mattered most. Tre'Davious White tipped a Trevor Lawrence pass, and rookie Cole Bishop came down with the game-sealing interception. Final score, Bills 27, Jaguars 24. Josh Allen was simply heroic. He took 2 separate trips to the medical tent in the first half, one for a concussion check, but he never missed a snap. He put on that postseason Superman cape we've come to expect, completing 28 of his 35 passes for 273 yards and a touchdown, plus adding 2 more touchdowns with his legs. His go-to guy was Khalil Shakir, who was incredible, catching all 12 of his targets for 82 yards. This was a historic win for Buffalo. It was the first time in franchise history they've won a playoff game after trailing in the final 2 minutes. And it was their first road playoff win under coach Sean McDermott, breaking an 8-game losing streak for the franchise on the road in the postseason that stretched all the way back to 1992. The Bills' defense was a tale of 2 halves. They were lights out in the first half, holding the Jags to just 7 points. But then, in the second half, they gave up scores on 3 straight drives, putting immense pressure back on Allen and the offense. Just when it looked like things might slip away, they came up with that massive turnover to clinch the victory, proving once again they can make the big play in the biggest moment. This win continues an amazing trend for the Bills. They are now a perfect 19-0 when leading at halftime since the start of the 2024 season, but the win did come at a cost. The injury bug continues to bite this team. Safety Jordan Poyer left with a hamstring injury at halftime, and wide receiver Gabe Davis was carted off with a knee injury. We'll be watching those situations closely as they prepare for the next round. For the Jacksonville Jaguars, it's a heartbreaking end to a fantastic season. This loss will sting, especially with the game-winning touchdown coming so late and Lawrence's final interception. But you can't overlook the incredible job Liam Cohen did in his first year as a head coach. He led the team to 13 wins, including an 8-game winning streak to clinch the AFC South. The offense set a franchise record for points, and Cohen really seemed to unlock Trevor Lawrence, who had the best season of his career with over 4,000 passing yards and 38 total touchdowns. The future is definitely bright in Jacksonville, even if this loss hurts right now. Against the Bills, they just didn't play their sharpest game. Lawrence had a couple of crucial interceptions, a rare sight after he only threw 1 in all of December. Kicker Cam Little missed a 54-yard field goal, and the defense just couldn't get enough pressure on Josh Allen. Lawrence had an up-and-down day. He made some great plays in the second half, including a go-ahead touchdown pass, but the 2 turnovers and a costly mistake on a 4th down run ultimately proved to be too much to overcome. One of the biggest questions from the game plan was the lack of a running game in the first half. They were having success on the ground, averaging 9 yards a carry, but they only ran it 11 times. The turning point really came on that final Bills drive. Allen's deep pass to a wide-open Brandon Cooks completely flipped the field and set up the game-winning score just a few plays later. It was a classic playoff battle that came down to the wire. The Bills showed their championship mettle, and the Jaguars proved they are a team on the rise. Congratulations to the Bills on advancing. What a wild ride this postseason is turning out to be. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe for more NFL playoff coverage.